Now, this is interesting. I got to listen. I gotta see this. What it takes to be a big creator. Now, for me, I don't care about being big or small. I already know my vibe. I know, you know what I'm saying, myself to a reasonable degree where it helps me keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? It will help me, it will build me to the career that I want to choose. This is just something I love to do. And whatever comes with it, oh, we deal with it when it arrives.
Only for it to get like 4 views, most of which being from your mother, can get very discouraging very fast.
Nah. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. My mindset is just like getting a view from your mom. That's a W for me.
Which is
Know
why
what I'm
I'm
saying?
always an advocate for becoming inspired by other content creators who've been where you're at and have still been able to succeed. And thanks to DreamCon, I've been able to get that inspiration once a year, live and in person. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what DreamCon is, it's an anime gaming convention created by the guys at RDC World, which really marks the turning point for conventions, as it's a place where blah, blah, blah. This year, I was invited
Legends. Legends.
and with the behind the scenes access that I got, I really wanted to get to the bottom of what it takes to become a big content creator. What do you think it takes? What do you think it takes? What do you think it takes? What does it take to become a big creator? What do you think it takes, bro?
Hard work. Man, it ain't even hard. All you need is a camera and an idea. And
I don't know. Well, a big creator, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a great question. Ooh, that's a tough question.
I don't even.
I can't wait till someone asks me this. Cause we finna be getting into that joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a big creator. First off, I don't see myself as no big creator. Even if we do get big, let's say we do get big, right? I won't even see myself as a big creator because that's not how I see life. That's not how I see things. How I see things, I see it in a ground surface level where everybody's in the same level. That's how I see life and see things. So that's why I show respect to everybody that I come across. I don't care how old you are, how tough you are, strong you are, smart. It don't matter. It's only, you know, what is that? A handful of negativity you could control.
Because I'm not even. I'm working on it right now, but definitely
like someone who's different than everybody else. You know, that's what makes a big content creator, because
it's not really a big creator to me. Like, you know, obviously the following and the name. Right. But at the end of the day,
Self-motivation and
confidence, because what you learn to become a creator, you learn on the journey. It's not about where you want to go. It's about
Now, after talking to these content
Facts, literally what I be saying. In life, don't matter what it is, pursue whatever that is. You never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? You look at it from a money standpoint, look at it as something you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Love is unconditional. They can tell you a handful of things that they do that annoys them, but guess what? They're still with them. Why? Because the love is unconditional.
creators face to face, I've come to the conclusion that it only really takes 3 things to become a big content creator. So come along. I'm putting y'all on free game right now. Y'all better be paying attention. All right.
I put free game every single time I stream, bruh. Every single time. There's not one time I didn't stream, I didn't say no game, bruh.
Got your notepad, taking notes. Thing number 1.
I know somebody out there is gonna, when they do see it and, you know, hear this game I'm giving, if it helps them, if it helps one person, the game I'm saying to this my streams, like I'm gonna say it until, you know, the end of time, of course, but my goal is to at least you know, make someone smile based off, you know, my entertainment, like, you know, me entertaining them. Long way, you can go a long way. Consistency. What I said earlier, I said this. Consistency.
hard work, consistency.
you have to be consistent, like so consistent.
Right.
you have to stay consistent.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is the key. All right, we get it. Consistency is the key. But you
Don't, whatever you do in life, like let's say whatever you pursue, whatever you want, that you want, key. That's I agree. I agree with that. I respect that.
know, of course, if all these big content creators are saying the same thing, that must mean
it's just true. It's like, well, what do I need to do to be healthy? Drink water. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got to be consistent.
How you stay alive? Breathe. Take care of yourself.
Every content creator that I talked to had a level of consistency when it came to their content. The degree at which they
And when it comes to consistency, you know, does not mean you don't take breaks. You can take breaks, but like I said, let's say you stop doing, you know, put in the work for like what, a couple days. That's fine. A couple weeks, okay. Now, if you for a month you haven't been consistent, that's when that's gotta be like you gotta get back onto it, bro. You can't be delaying as long as a month. A couple weeks, that's kind of risky as well. But you know, unexpected events happen, so that's understandable. But a month, I don't know. A month, that's kind of tough. Just prepare for the grind.
were consistent, however, was pretty flippin' wild.
On Vine, I used to do like 5 videos a day. Don't recommend that. That was a lot.
Like my grind on TikTok, in order to just get eyes on me, I posted 12 videos a day.
This is the thing. People think that the outcome is just gonna happen no matter what. You could take 3 months off, do a little work, 1 to 2 days, lay back, and then the outcome goes show up. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Putting out like 2 or 3 videos a week.
When I made the switch to Instagram, like 3 or 2 videos a day.
Wow.
YouTube, I switched to 3 videos a week. Again,
Don't recommend
it's
it.
now. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend 3 videos a week, but it, you know, it is a lot when you're doing everything.
And here's the thing: when you love something, you sometimes forget to take a break. Anyways, you know. So your path. This is what you got to pursue. Because if you love something to a point where you forget the time, that is it right there. You know what I'm saying? Stick with it as best as you can.
If you got like, you know, if you got a team behind you, it's a little bit more manageable. But
Yeah. When you have a team behind you too, it's a little bit manageable. Like for me, I have like we have a team. I'm in the whole team. I'm like in a team right now with my peoples, and we help each other, you know, with our craft and cultivate and prosper. So, you know, it's making things a little more, you know, more smoothly, but we still have grind as well. We're not running from the grind. I'm sorry, no one is running from the grind. If you want the outcome, you're not running away from the grind, because that's, like I said, it's not how it works in life.
depending on what y'all doing, because you know, you get somebody.
Yeah,
like,
but if you're someone like you who's like setting up the cameras, the lighting, like everything, like by yourself, it's probably gonna be a lot harder.
it's tedious. Even I don't be hitting 1 video a week nowadays, because it's just real busy. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm trying to, you know, try to hit 1 video a week.
All right, 1 video a week. That sounds good.
See, like I said, weekly stuff is fine, but it could be risky depending on the person. But don't go longer than a month, because people gonna think like you're missing. People gonna be like, "Is this man got snatched or something? What's going on?"
Squeeze out 2 to 3. But something that I also notice is that consistency doesn't only mean how often you post. It also means what type of content you end up posting. This is what a lot of people like to call a niche and or a style of making content.
Find your niche.
Yeah.
If you don't have
Now, that basically means find your style. So what you like to work with that. For me, I'm just doing, you know, what I feel like is what the vibe is, you know, saying. So for me, this is the vibe. I like vibing, just random things, videos, like reacting, like playing video games, just vibing out. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna like it, which is fine. You know, I expect not everybody. So I actually don't want people that are not interested to feel like they're forced to be interested, because that's not a good look for the community, especially the community you want to build. You want to build with folks that are like, they think your video is okay or your content's okay, but they feel sorry for you, or they feel like they have to because you're such a cool person, or you're nice to them or something like that. I understand, but at the same time, I don't want people to, like, you know, come in here and feel like they have to follow, feel like they have to do this.
a niche, create one.
What's your niche?
Anime.
Anime?
I feel like there's no niche from that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
for
it's
real.
like an open variety of stuff that you can do.
Your niche is
Anime, gaming.
Skits,
Okay.
mainly like anime skits,
Gotcha.
and
like anime commentary.
Sometimes stories and stuff, but mostly rants.
I'll like turn a popular sound into like an anime version.
Me and the crew Wolf Graphic, like we like to recreate like anime scenes, like make them into like live action stuff.
Okay. I do cosplays.
Right.
So then I'll take my cosplays and like I'll do a little video.
Give me an
with the
example.
cosplay.
Who you be cosplaying as?
I did a Misa cosplay from Death Note.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I did a Misa cosplay.
That's fire.
Yeah.
All right. Now let me get up close and personal with y'all. Every time I hear the word niche, I cringe. Because for so long, I've seen it as a prison that restricts me to only one type of content.
I never even really hear too much about the niche until this video. But yeah, hear what he's saying. This is why, like, you know, this is why that I don't want people to feel like they have to follow it or subscribe, because I don't want to feel like I have to cater to other people's stuff. Like cater to, like, let's say someone comes in here and just say, ask me to twerk. Like, be like, if you twerk, I give you $500. No. You see, for me, it's not about the money. That there's gonna be no twerking over here. You feel me? If you're looking for twerking, you on the wrong channel. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, if people are like that, which is I don't try to shame them or nothing, but this is how it is. They end up in a cage. He's about to explain it right now.
I cringe. Because for so long, I've seen it as a prison that restricts me to only one type of content. However, on my journey, I've come to recognize that a niche is more like a tool or a spotlight to get eyes on you. And until you're able to completely shine on your own, you're probably gonna need that spotlight.
For me, coming up, it was like anime themed.
Right,
stuff.
right.
So
You don't want to, be stuck in one thing. If you feel like you want to explore other stuff, feel like if you stick in this one thing, you get more viewers. That's not a good way to look at it, bro. Like this platform for streamers is for streamers that are, self motivated. Not like meaning that they view themselves higher than everybody. It's just that build that motivation from scratch, bro. Develop that stuff, to believe in themselves and all that.
So, like anime themed stuff is what got me, like what attracted more followers. But to me, I'm like, dang, I'm not all about anime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love anime. But
Yeah,
I'm just
I like
not all
gaming,
about
I like all this other stuff too, like it's
Feel
not
me.
just anime. We'll talk more about niche later on, but as of right now, it's a good idea to look at consistency on your platforms the same way that you look at consistency in any of your relationships. Because the more consistent you are with someone in real life, the more likely they are to trust you. And that's the same thing with your internet audience as well. Once they begin to trust you, they're gonna be more likely to support you, thus giving you more leverage to, try whatever else that you want.
Science stuff.
Right.
Like
The only way the supporters can trust you is that you got to be consistent, and you got to be yourself while being consistent. Because if you're trying to act like something else or someone else and try to be consistent, it's not gonna work well because you're not in sync with yourself. Oh yeah, that too. You will be labeled as something. He's labeled as the skit master. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he likes that, but that's cold though. He's cold. You know what I'm saying? You will be labeled as something, so be careful what you do and what you say, especially even when you're not like famous or you don't have people or stalking you or not, because accountability exists. What goes around comes around, so it's kind of like karma but more stronger, because like it never loses. Karma is a hit and miss,
You gotta put in a lot of work. But becoming a big content creator isn't only about putting in the work. It's also about knowing how to put in the work. Thing number 2, awareness. Now, unlike consistency, this wasn't something that was outright said by the content creators that I
Awareness is good. Let's hear it.
talked to. However, it was something that I peeped, I'm just sitting down talking to them, and then all of a sudden I just realized, like, dang, these content creators are actually pretty smart. Oh, so you're saying that you didn't think that they were smart before? No, I was just trying to say that. Nah, you believe that just because they don't fit the modern average day-to-day standard of the capitalistic expectational jubilaic structure, which is in fact the 9 to 5, that they're intelligent. Yeah.
Throw shade at me? He's throwing shade at me too. That's tough. What did I do? I was just staying in my own lane, man. I ain't even do anything. That's tough. I feel some type of way now. I might have to just end stream, you know what I'm saying? It's 3.
Are you done? Yes. Anyway, I'm not trying to say that I didn't think of them as smart before. However, I will say that this instantly killed the notion that they just post videos willy-nilly. These big constantly taking in new information that they can use to manipulate your tiny pea brain from clicking off of the video.
I mean, they could do that, but there's other people that, like me, I just naturally just, you know, just being me, naturally just letting things happen naturally, handling things naturally. That basically means the best as you can, the best as your abilities. You know, you just being the best you can every day, you know, for you. I don't know why some people have trouble with that after so many evidence. All humans are very amazing. It's just that a lot are misguided. That's why I chose to be an influencer too, because like people told me, not all people, but a lot of folks, like my friends, that told me like I give that vibe of, I have good energy, but I give that vibe of like a older brother, or just like, you know, a brother that cares, you know, that gives you advice, that lets you know that, hey, you know, don't sabotage yourself, you know, gives you some advices, some tips on how to tackle life, because life is tough, bro.
Continue to do that. Yeah.
I tend to know what kind of content does well on my page, and it's like you have to
Is she
figure
the
that
one-
out for yourself.
She's the one that played with Burleezy? I don't know.
And once you figure that out, just keep recreating the same video over and over again. Like my most viral video was like 25 million views, and it was me singing Bluebird in my back.
Look at that. She has 3.6 mil. A lot of people, like this day and age, right? When we see million views and stuff on people's page, we don't think nothing of it. We just be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's a million views. But what happens when we get that? When we're the ones behind, you know, that work at, we'll be like, dang, I never thought this would happen. You know what I'm saying? All I was so focused on the grind, you know what I'm saying? I was focused on myself. Right now, I feel successful. Like my mindset is successful because I'm in tune with myself. Like I could control my anger.
One skit called "If the Planets Had a Meeting" and it blew up overnight. I was basically
435 likes. Guess who made that happen? He did. And guess what? He never thought that would work. He never thought that would happen. But he didn't focus on that though. He stopped focusing on the things that doesn't matter, because those likes, yeah, those likes can mean he got clout, he got money, he got everything he wants. But his mental, if it's scrambled eggs, if it's scrambled eggs that look like sloppy Joe sandwich from cafeteria in lunch, if it looks like the pizza from the cafeteria in lunch, if it looks like the nachos, if that's your brain, none of that gonna matter, because you won't be able to live it without this.
personifying the different planets, and it was kind of like a lunch table banter. And I dropped part 1 in 2019, and it blew up overnight, millions of views. And
Also, successful, that that word means that, like, you know, a person who is content within themselves. That's the true meaning of successful, you know, because successful is not based off what you have. Like you know, some rich person, they got, or let's say someone has a gun, right? Someone has a gun and you have a knife. Now, if you ask anyone, the first thing they're gonna say is the person with the gun wins, right? But what if the person with the gun is unexperienced with the gun and the person with the knife is experienced with the knife? You know what I'm saying? Naruto, mans can use that stuff as a shuriken. You're done. Right here, you're done. He's gonna shoot. That's fine. You can shoot. A bullet is fast. It's probably faster than that man's throat, but he's inexperienced. Who say he had aimbot on? The man's aimbot don't exist. So, you know what I'm saying? He's done. The man's clapped. Gulag, he goes. He's gonna have to fight for his life. You know what I'm saying?
and everybody wanted part 2. So now I'm up to part 17, and I've made all different types of videos.
A whole
like
series,
if Juices had a meeting, if internet pirates were real, streaming platforms during quarantine.
And let's say that they don't know exactly what.
You see how what that dude was doing, his style and stuff? Like, look at this. He's TikTok, he's doing whatever, he's dressing, whatever, all this stuff he's doing right there. This is all his style. He feels very comfortable doing it, and it's happening naturally. You see how it doesn't feel like it's cringe, doesn't feel like he's forcing it. You know, look, see, when you look at him, you don't cringe. You don't be like, "What are you doing? This is so weird." This is not you. See, you don't get that feeling. When you get that feeling from somebody, that means that's probably not them, and they should stop it. Get some help. You know what I'm saying? Quote from Michael, saying this is straight from Michael. He said this.
Internet pirates were real. Streaming platforms during quarantine.
And let's say that they don't know exactly what works for them. Well, they become aware of what works for other people, you know, so like other gamers, other ranters, stuff like that. Like, what are some things that they need to look at specifically?
I would say if you're trying to grow in anything, you want to do things that are relevant to everybody. Maybe choose current topics, right? Like if you make skits, for example, you could do a skit about versus battles. Like, you know, if you're a gamer, make sure that you're playing like the newest stuff.
Right.
If you're trying to grow, and then mix in some of the other things that you like personally along the way, because people are typing, literally, it's practical, they're typing the latest games, but they may not know your favorite cult classic. But if they're
Oh yeah, you could do that too. Like you could lure them to your interests. First you can go to theirs and then lure them to yours. Basically like that. That's the safest way you could do it. I don't think there's any other safer way.
Watching that, then they come back, they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so how would you recommend somebody who also wants to pick up rants to like grow? Like how would you recommend that?
Okay.
Yeah.
To grow,
Yeah.
you have to be on social media every single day because you got to
Every single day?
all day.
Bro,
Right.
social media is toxic. Like, are people really ready to be on that every single day?
You need to know the things to talk about.
Okay.
How are you gonna find things to rant about if you're not figuring out what other people
That's
want
true.
to talk about?
Watch their last 5 videos and then watch their first 5 videos, and you'll be able to see, like, if that was like 4 years in between, you'll get basically 4 years worth of editing and skit making knowledge that it took them 4 years to do. You'll get that in like an hour and a half. That's what I did.
Now pause. I know for a lot of content creators, it feels like you're giving up a piece of your artistic integrity whenever you focus on getting views. And
See, that depends on the person if they're
that in like an hour and a half.
worrying
That's
about
now
that.
pause. I know for a lot. Now pause. I know for a lot of content creators, it feels like you're giving up a piece of your artistic integrity whenever you focus on getting views. And
See, nah, I'm not gonna game though.
integrity whenever
If you're too focused on that, I can't control you. No one can. That's fine. If you're too worried about that then. But my biggest advice is, if you really want to, you know, have a long-term happiness instead of short-term, like the man was saying, you gotta do something that you love. If you just interest because of the views and what it can do, you gotta focus on different things then, because this is definitely not the focal point of your life. And I'm sorry, but you have to move on with that, because interest comes and goes.
you know, because at the end of the day, you want to make what you want to make without the influence of others. But at the same time, you know, you got to make that bread. That begs the question. Should a content creator be more focused on what gets them views or making genuine content that makes them happy?
People are attracted to genuine content, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you are making genuine content, you're not just making videos to get the views and the numbers. The numbers and the views are going to come. So it's like, focus on the content first, always.
Go for popularity first. Do what?
It's like he read my mind. Let's hear it again. Let's hear the legend say it again.
People are attracted to genuine content, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you are making genuine content, you're not just making videos to get the views and the numbers. The numbers and the views are going to come. So it's like, focus on the content first, always.
Go for popularity first.
Always.
What is popular? You know what I mean? Get your name big and then go for the original stuff.
Now, at first,
you see how everybody has
really
different views.
On one hand, you have King Vader, who says that you should.
Everybody has different views. That's why I said, just be you. But be filtered. Just make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're not feeling like, you know, you're being forced. If you feel like you're being forced, evacuate immediately. It starts to bore you to death, or you feel like you're forced, and you just get tired. Like my man's be like, man, I gotta take a nap. I'm tired, bruh. See, I'm tired too, but this is something I love to do. So the tiredness, I forget I'm even tired, but
Start with your original content first.
I have to force myself to stop.
Sweet spot. Content that's not only genuine to them, but content that also brings in the views. Some content creators are lucky because the content that's genuine to them automatically gets them views. Others have to grind it out on either side of the pole before reaching the sweet spot. One way that content creators do this is by using the Trojan horse tactic, where they find content that gets them popular and then they sneak in all of their original content.
Yeah, see? So that's why I was like, everybody has a style, and if your style is the man's on the right, where you gotta manipulate and do some tactics and stuff, fine. You want to do this, go ahead. It's not illegal as far as I know. So, you know what I'm saying, go crazy, go ahead, kick bait, do whatever they be doing. Get to that spot, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Get to your spot. But I'm the dude on the left. You know what I'm saying? I do this stuff naturally. I forget sometimes I'll be streaming and I have to like force myself to look.
Of wherever you ended up starting, I believe a big content creator is aware of their sweet spot and over time works to hit it consistently by not only understanding the platforms they're on, but also being aware of their own happiness.
My advice would be to stray away from trying to do only what works. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you want to do. Like, that's the only way you're.
I'm gonna let him finish.
My advice would be to stray away from trying to do only what works. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you want to do. Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to continue to, like, consistently and like, you know, quality wise as well, consistently come out with content. You got to be doing what you want to do. You have the desire to make that piece of content, whatever you're working on.
You're familiar with Hunter x Hunter?
So before he gets into this Hunter x Hunter discussion, my man, the legend himself, saying, basically, you have to be willing to detach from worrying about the views, worrying about, you know, how many donations, worrying about how many subs. Those things are extracurricular. Those are DLCs. You don't look for the DLCs first when you first get the game. You don't go and play the DLC of that game, the extra additional, you know, mode, before you play the store mode or before you get into the real thing, which is you bought the $60 for, right? You don't just automatically jump to that first. That does not, no one, I don't know who does that, but majority of the world, I feel, is not as, that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So that being said, you have to do, you know, something that you love. It might not be presentable for everybody else just yet. You know, not everybody gonna see the same vision as you.
Whatever.
You're familiar with.
But the higher rate comes at a great cost. You know what I'm saying? Power comes with great responsibilities. So, you know what I'm saying? To get to this point, to get to like where these people want to be and stuff, or get to where you want to be, it takes great, you know, responsibility, and that takes grinding. Grinding is a responsibility.
Hunter, right?
Right, Hunter x Hunter.
There are different types of, you know, there are enhancers, transmuters, and so you have to figure out what type of content you have. You have to hone in on what your skills are, and then the best platform to put it on.
Your job as a content creator is to service the people and like help them and with your content, you know. And but you can't help others before you help yourself. Right. And I feel like you're not giving your best self to the people unless you got your mental, you know what I'm saying, your spiritual, your physical health in check.
But even if you have all of the consistency and awareness in the world, that's still not going to be enough to make you a big content creator.
Just because you're focusing on the wrong stuff. Keywords, he said. Keyword, he just said.
Today, the internet is fast, and sometimes that speed can make you run straight into a brick wall. But to me, a big content creator is someone who doesn't fear running into those brick walls because they're able to find a way around them. This brings us to thing number 3. adaptability. Now, I've been breaking things down this whole entire video, but let's go ahead.
Like for me, I'm about to buy a better camera. You know, investing into what I'm doing. So I'm gonna buy a better camera. And that's my first thing that I gotta do. Cause this camera is cool, you know. I feel like, you know, it's not that bad, but I feel like I could definitely use a better camera and a better mic. I definitely need a better mic. I should definitely focus. I'm gonna focus on getting a better mic first, because the camera's not bad. It's 1080p. You know, you can see me still. You can see my facial expressions to a reasonable degree. Let's get back to the video though.
And break things down even more. In terms of making content, adaptability is expressed in 3 ways. A willingness to change, a willingness to improve, and a willingness to withstand. Willingness to change. You know, what's the King Vader formula?
So at this point, it's hard to describe because I feel like it's forever changing. You know, I feel like one thing that people are going to start to realize is that King Vader has errors. You know, another point I was on Vine. Another point I'm doing this on Instagram. Another point we're working with Netflix. So it's like I feel like we're forever changing.
The algorithm is going to change. Your audience is going to change. Life is going to change. And most of all, you as a person are going to change over time. And if your content isn't able to reflect those changes, you're going to get left behind. Warning, I'm not saying you have to force yourself to do a complete 180 of your content, but
That's what I was about to say, because I would have to say that if he didn't say that. Look at all those legends. It depends. It's just, you never really know.
let me know if you think.
But you shouldn't even care who's the good one, who's the best one. Like that doesn't matter.
Think of anything else in the comment section below.
It's all about having fun. Like if you have fun, you'll find people that loves what you do, and you don't even know it.
Don't just do the trend. You have to be original and put your own spin on it.
Okay.
A lot of people.
That only works when you put your spin on something. That only works. Yes, and that tactic only works and activates smoothly when you love something. You love something. That tactic, blink of an eye, it works like it's a second nature.
People that do the same thing,
right?
And if you come out and you do something that's way different than everybody, you gonna stick out.
Honestly, build a community. How you build your community initially.
Build a strong community. That depends on you. See, building a strong community, you have to be strong up here. How strong is this? Because this would definitely project what, you know what I'm saying, about you and the people that, or whatever you build. Whatever you build, it will project. We will see whatever you build based off that mindset. We will be able to tell how strong your mindset is just based off what you built in life, whatever that is. Basically yourself, your personality.
Sends ripples for everything else. If you got 3 viewers, that's an audience right there.
Like I said, 1 is enough for me, man. You know, feel me?
That's an audience right there. Those 3 people can run and tell 3 more people.
Train effect. This is why exactly. This is exactly why. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between want and need. There's a difference between the interest and love. People be getting mixed up with the love and interest, but they be saying, I love this person. 10 years, 5 years later, I don't love this.
Camera will show through your work, and that's gonna get you success. And so right.
People crave for authenticity. In this day and age too, people thrive, like people crave that. They crave original. They crave the authentic. They crave from scratch. And the only way people will, know that you are built from scratch is that you have to be yourself. You feel me? You gotta be yourself, and you gotta be willing to adjust, especially for this life, because there's gonna be people that want to be under your skin or want to talk stuff and get under your nerves. You gotta control that anger, you know.
Right now I'm working on that, working on growing, and I can't wait to check y'all's channel out. This seems
Yeah,
dope. You're dope
bro.
at what you do,
Thank
brother.
you so much, man.
Yeah, that dude's dope.
Now, thank you guys so much.
Dope man right here.
I
mean,
shout out to DreamCon.
he's a dope individual. He's a cool dude.
Really fun.
That's what I meant to say.
And also
that
thanks
word
to
can be
every
twisted.
content creator that was able to be a part of this video. You guys were so nice to me. All of their channels in the description below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But wait, hold on. Let's just say that you've never made a video before. Literally disregard everything that I've said in the video until you do this.
When I first started and said, how do I become a big creator? I always thought, what can I do that yeah, exactly. The ones that don't make it, don't make it.
Anyway, my name is Fitzy Allen. Live in love, make some dang content, and have a good day. Peace. Bro, what words you got to say to anybody that wasn't able to make it out to DreamCon this year?
I hate you. I'm just kidding.
I ain't Berlin. You know what I'm saying? I respect you, and you gonna hit me with a hate comment? That's tough. Like, I feel like a 10-hour video. Yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna lie to you. This probably gonna be like that for a lot of videos I watch.